Shalom and welcome. This is 2 minutes of Torah. One of the most fascinating scenes in the entire Torah happened on this week Parashat Vayigash. Jacob arrives to Egypt to meet his son Joseph, and he's informed that he's about to be introduced to Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt. Now, Joseph is very specific in terms of how to present themselves to Pharaoh. He says, Pharaoh will ask you, what do you do? Please tell him that you are breeders of livestock. Please don't tell them that you're a shepherd, because being a shepherd is not really seen as a good thing by the Egyptians. The next scene, Jacob is presented to Pharaoh, and the first thing that Pharaoh asks is, what do you do? And sure enough, here jumps Jacob and says, we are shepherds. We are shepherds. Our parents were shepherds. Our grandparents were shepherds. That's all we are. And you are like, wait a second, Joseph just told you not to say so. But I think that Jacob's answer represents that place in which the person is totally comfortable with his identity and doesn't need to kind of flourish what he does. I don't really understand the difference between being a shepherd and a breeder of livestock. But for Jacob, it's important to teach his son, who right now is the big macher in Egypt, the second to Pharaoh, that you should never be ashamed of your identity and the things that you do, that keeping that identity with you is very important. For us who live in open societies and we can openly express our identity, doesn't seem like a big deal, but I think that throughout the generation it has to be read as an important statement by Jacob. Be who you are, never be ashamed of your identity or where you're coming from. A great lesson for every generation. Have a great week. Looking forward to seeing you this coming Shabbat.